Didn't know if I do that. Hey, everybody. Uh, Welcome. This is Jetman. And I'm going to do another my favorite rankings list. Tonight I'm going to rank my 20 favorite guilty pleasure movies. Movies that you just love to watch and, you know, sometimes are afraid to say that you like them. And hey, it's Joe. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hey, Triple C, what's up? Bear busy with the chat. These are new reading glasses. I don't have to wear glasses anymore, just reading glasses. So might be a little slow on the chat, but let's get to the list, okay? Number 20 on the list is a movie from my childhood. I enjoyed it. I mean, I know it's campy. I know it's not very good, but I think growing up, I liked this character and I liked the cartoon. Number 20 is the 87 Masters of the Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren as He-Man and Frank Langella as Skeletor. I know it's just every once in a while you want to watch a good campy movie, and that's just one of them. And with the new movie coming out, I mean, it looks great. I'm gonna go see it, but the 87 movie, it's just a fun one to watch. I know it's silly, and some things are kind of weird. Some characters you don't know from the cartoon, the Filmation cartoon that I grew up with. But C Triple C. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fun movie. I mean, the new movie it looks great. So number 19. So let's go on to number 19. Yeah, it was great for kids. So let's move on to number 19. Moving along, I know it's late, so. And number 19 is a movie. It's kind of a weird, scary, crazy snake woman movie, and that's from dusk till dawn. From Dusk Till Dawn with George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino. And who doesn't love to see Salma Hayek in a bikini, even if she is weird? I like it. I think it's it's a good movie. It's creepy. It's weird. It's scary. It's a horror movie. But I think it has a good story. I mean, Clooney, is one of his better movies. And Salma Hayek, I mean, come on. If you don't like looking at Salma Hayek in a bikini, then you got some problems. It's one of her early movies, and I think as far as it is kind of campy, but I believe it's a Robert Rodriguez movie, right? Yeah, and so his movies are kind of like that, are kind of out of kind of out of this world, kind of a guilty pleasure, and so Tarantino as an actor. Hey, One and Twice, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. You know, I think it's a pretty decent movie. Number 18 on the list is a science fiction space movie. I think it's probably not one of the ones you think of when you think, yeah, something Hayek does make every movie better. But number 18, I have to give to the movie adaptation of Lost in Space with William Hurt, Matt LeBlanc, and Heather Graham. But I mean, it's not a great movie, but I think it's a pretty decent movie as far as a guilty pleasure. I mean, I think Gary Oldman kills it as Dr. Smith. I really do. And I have to say, and Matt LeBlanc from Friends, but I think in this movie, I think he kills it. I think he kills it in Lost in Space as his character. Yeah, I mean, William Hurt. I mean, the late William Hurt. Rest in peace. But he's a leader of the family, and I just I think it's a pretty decent movie. Kind of campy, but campy, guilty pleasure. I mean, you want to pop on a guilty pleasure movie, then why not Lost in Space? So. Number 17 on the list is probably gonna kind of be surprised because everybody knows I'm a big MCU fan, but this is one of my guilty pleasures in the MCU. Yeah, 80s Joe, I agree with you. I think Matt LeBlanc did a great job in Lost in Space. But number 17 is an MCU movie that I think is a guilty pleasure because it gets a lot of hate because a lot of people didn't like it and it wasn't really connected. But that's the Eternals movie from the MCU. Another one with Salma Hayek. I think it kind of gets a raw deal because a lot of people know a lot about the Eternals. I mean, and wasn't really connected to the other movies. It's kind of like an origin story. And I think if you're an MCU fan, so a lot of people don't. A lot of people hate it now, but I still love it. And I think Eternals. Yeah, Triple C, I agree. I mean, it's one of those movies. It's not a great movie, but it's not the worst. I mean, it's better than the Marvels, better than Dark World. I mean, and I'm an MCU fan, so I would know. I just a lot of people don't give it it's due. So I wasn't thinking that was. Yeah, I agree with you. One and twice. I mean, not everything is going to have Iron Man and Captain America and Thor in it. I mean, and I think it just got a raw deal with it, and it's too bad. And yeah, Angelina Jolie. I mean, and to be honest, Angelina Jolie was the perfect Cena. She killed it. She was she was one of the best parts of the movie. It's her portrayal as Cena, and the way she did the man wearing thing, in her mind. And So I think it just gets a raw deal. And so let's move on to number 60 on my list. And this is a movie. I don't know if a lot of people are going to hear about this. I went to see it in theaters. I thought it was great. It's a shoot 'em up kind of gangster movie, and I think it's one of Bruce Willis's best movies. I mean, I really do. But that's the movie called Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis. And I don't even remember who else is in it. I think Bruce Dern is in it, and I hate Bruce Dern, so that's why I don't remember him. But it really, it's a very underrated movie, and very a guilty pleasure. It's a lot of people didn't. I don't think it got the praise, and yeah, I agree that. I agree with that. I mean, Bruce Willis does one of some of his best acting jobs in it, and a lot of supporting characters in it that I haven't really seen it in a while. So, yeah, but I know Bruce Dern is in it. I won't remember Bruce Dern being in it because I don't like Bruce Dern because he killed John Wayne in the movie. So, but in the end, Bruce Willis does kill him for me. So, I want to say it's one of Leslie Mann's first movies. I think she was in it. I think, but it's a different movie. I mean, when I think of guilty pleasures, I think of this movie, and I think is right up there with some of the best ones. And so we're moving along here. I hope I'm not going too fast. Number 15 on the list is just remember number 15 on the list. I'm going to give you 3 little words to remember this movie. Jennifer Love Hewitt. It can't hardly wait. It's about a bunch of kids celebrating the end of school, graduation, and that's true. That's true. Triple C. He is more than John McClane. But Can't Hardly Wait, I think, is a very funny movie. I mean, it's kind of like I don't know, but it's great. It's not great. It's not bad. I mean, but like I said, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and there's a lot of cameos from other actors. I know Seth Green is in it, who's probably going to be at Joe Fest, so I might get to meet him there. And trying to think who else was in it. I can't. The little kid from Dick Tracy is in it, and he's the guy that gets up on stage and sings that Guns N' Roses song. But yeah, Jennifer Love Hewitt, exactly. And she's in her 40s now and still looks good. I'm not sure. I heard Punk say that he was there and he was actually taller than him. So, that was one of her first movies. I'm not sure what her first one was, but I think it was right up there as one of her first. But it's a high school movie. I mean, I know they're probably all in their 20s or late teens, but still, it's a high school movie. Drinking at a party. For life of me, I can't think of many people in it. Maybe they're not stars now, but it's still, it's a guilty pleasure. You hop it in, boom. You got a movie you're watching. And so we're going to move on to number 14. And if I knew how to put the chat link in the chat, I'd ask you in, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm sorry. But number 14 is another one. I know it's going to look silly, seem silly, but is Legally Blonde with Reese Witherspoon, and to me, it's funny. To me, Reese Witherspoon kills it. I mean, like I said, I mean, and Reese Witherspoon. I mean, come on, another hottie. We can look at it in Legal and Blonde. I like the way she gets back at her old boyfriend for dumping her, and she kills the case at the end and actually solves it. And yes, it is. And it's very hilarious. I think it's hilarious. The second one, not so much, but I don't really remember the second one. The first one, it's just hilarious. The way she just, she just takes over the case and wins it and figures out how the murderer by her hair gel, which I believe the girl that's the murderer is the same one that played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies and Hawkeye's wife in the MCU. I can't place her name, but I just look Legally Blonde. I think hey, Roy Rooster, thanks for coming in. How you doing? If you missed any, you can check the replay. But we're on right now. We're going to move on to number 13. And this is a movie that I just recently, maybe a year or two ago, I got acquainted with, and I watched it because I'm a big Tim Allen fan, and yeah, and I like this next movie at number 13 because I love Tim Allen. He's the king of sitcoms, and I watched this movie, and I didn't think I'd like it, but I laughed hysterically when I saw it, and that is For Richer or Poorer with Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley. I don't know if you can see it in the bright light, but I just about pissed my pants laughing so hard. It was so funny, and so for Richer or Poorer, if you haven't seen it, watch it. They go not Galaxy Quest. I haven't seen that one, but I have to watch that one. I have to watch that one too. But For Richer for Poorer, it's just, if you haven't seen that, go watch it because it's got to be on something. It is hysterical. They hide out in the Amish community. Yeah, Bobby Wall. Yeah, but if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It really is. They hide out in the Amish community, and I think they end up liking it there, and I want to say they stay there. But it really is funny, and I'm not a big Kirstie Alley fan, and she's hysterical in it as well. And yeah, Tim Allen is great. I mean, there's a lot of movies I have to go back and watch because I haven't seen them. I got to see Galaxy Quest. I haven't seen that. I hear that's really good with the late Alan Rickman. But now, number 12. Please don't bash me too much for this, but this is a movie I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah. Number 12 is a movie, don't bash me, because I know it wasn't great, and a lot of people hate it, but I saw this movie 5 times in the theater because when I was in Buffalo State College, I would walk down to this cheap theater and they had it there, and I was bored, so I would just keep walking down and watch it. But that's Batman and Robin with George Clooney's Batman and Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. I know it's a bad movie, but as a guilty pleasure, Um, I think it's a guilty pleasure. I don't think it's bad as a guilty pleasure. I mean, it is very campy, and the villain and the actors playing the villain, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is very campy with his puns. You know, hell freezes over. You know, and and Uma Thurman is not. I mean, she's not a great poison ivy, but it's and the whole nipple thing on the suits is weird, and the whole Batgirl changing Batgirl. I mean, I know it's not a great movie, but for a guilty pleasure and something you just want to sit and watch and laugh at it for no apparent reason. Yeah, that's hey, right, one in toys. Yeah, that is the one with Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, and Bane. I think it's probably the first appearance of Bane, but it's kind of a weird Bane. Hey, Billy Boys, how you doing? And we're on number 12. It's Batman and Robin, and George Clooney is Batman, and then of course, yeah, he was a little strange how they made him. The one Tom Hardy's Bane is better, but and Lisa Silverstone is Batgirl, but it's a different Batgirl. I mean, it's not Barbara Gordon, it's Barbara. I don't even know. But popping in and laugh hysterically. I mean, just some of the campy things and sayings and holy middle ground. Man, yeah, that was good. Yeah, yeah, right. Just zone out, and have fun watching it. And if you want to laugh at it, go ahead. I don't understand why Gotham. What I noticed in Batman and Robin is Gotham is so high up off the ground. I mean, you never see it. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's like high up off the ground. It's like you never see a. It's like everything's on a bridge or higher up, and it's just weird. But so let's get to number 11, and I had to put this on there. I don't know if it's so much of a guilty pleasure. I guess it could be if you don't really like this kind of movie. But again, another Tim Allen movie. Yeah, the Neon Gang was crazy. Yeah, it was Billy Billy's. But yeah, you could be right, Triple C. Yeah, but so number 11 is Toy Story with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks as Buzz and Woody. I love Toy Story, and I just think I could have put the whole franchise on here. I love the Toy Story movies, and it's just something I can just watch and just zone out and watch cartoons. Pixar. I love Pixar anyway. But, I to infinity and the beyond, I guess, and uh, I just think Toy Story is a great movie just to pop in and just zone out, and you can watch it with your kids or your whole family and just enjoy it. Yeah, what yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's on my list too. 80s shows. It's just a fun movie. Oh, that's cool, boys. That's really cool. That's cool. Something you can always remember. Yeah, Toy Story was. Yeah, it's still. Yeah, it really is. I mean, and a lot of people get hate. A lot of people hate on the sequels, but I like all the sequels. I mean, number 2 was kind of. That's probably the lowest one, but they came back with 3 and 4. Now they're making a 5. Now they're making a Toy Story 5, and I'm going to go see it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is. Sorry about the way I'm doing the pictures. I don't know how to do slides yet, so I asked somebody in one of my Instagram chats, but nobody answered. So number 10 is I'm gonna have a lot of sport movies on here because I love sport movies. But this one, I think this football movie, yeah, yes, Billy Boys, the Prospector and Jesse and Bullseye the horse. Yep, and it was good. It just uh, yeah, I do too. Triple C. I like them all too. I really do. And now I like how number 3 they moved on from Andy, went to Bonnie. So so we're down to the top 10. Number 10 is a football movie that I think is hysterical, and if you haven't seen it, I mean, I think it came out in 1991, and just remember, I don't know if you've seen it, but is Necessary Roughness with Scott Bakula as the quarterback, and Necessary Roughness is really funny. And just remember this: Kathy Ireland as the kicker of the team. And I like the part when she's showering and the center on the team is guarding the shower so nobody would peek on her. So, and Rob Schneider's the announcer, and I think it's just a wacky, goofy football movie. And they just, they got a quarterback that's too old because he quit college young, and Scott Bakula was really good in it. But I don't know if you guys know who Kathy Ireland is, but she was good, really good looking. I think actually she's still good looking. I think she's in like her 60s, but who cares? But yeah, it was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you see it. But it's a really good, funny movie, and Hector Elizondo was great as the coach, and Robert Loggia as the assistant, and there's one part where they have to. Yeah. Yeah. True. Yeah. Yeah. I always wanted to see that. I always wondered why. I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I wanted to see how good he was in that Star Trek. But number 9. I think number 9 is. Hey, what's up, 3-star draw? How you doing? I'm just ranking my 20 guilty pleasures movies. But we're on number 9 now, and we're on number 9, and number 9 is an Adam Sandler movie that I whenever I see it on somewhere, I watch it, and it's called Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston and Brooklyn Decker. I don't have to say much after that. But if you get an Adam Sandler movie and you get Jennifer Aniston and Brooklyn Decker, two of the hottest women in Hollywood. So, I mean, and the premise of the movie is funny, and they have to fake a divorce because his girlfriend Brooklyn Decker thinks he doesn't like the fact that he should be married. Oh yeah, Billy Boys. She's in her 50s and she gets hot. She gets hotter. And I mean, it's not a great movie, Plus, and you get Jennifer Aniston, Brooklyn Decker, and actually you get a cameo for Nicole Kidman. And, so there's another hottie in the movie. So I just think it's a good premise. It's a different. It's a funny movie. I don't know his name either. You talking about the guy that pretends to be Jennifer Aniston's boyfriend? Yeah, yeah, she does. She really does. And, yeah, she was kid. Woman was funny in that. Um, yeah, Roy Rooster. I can't. He was in Grown Ups too. Too. He replaced Rob Schneider in Grown Ups too. Yeah, and he gives mouth to mouse to a lamb. I think. Yeah, that was pretty sick. But yeah, I can't think of his name. He's the guy in Grown Ups too that is in Kmart taking a shit on the toilet. But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Nick something. Nick Swanson maybe. Yeah, Nick. Yeah, something like that. Thanks, Bobby. But yeah, it's a funny movie, and the way they every time Brooklyn Decker's around, they have to, it's just so number 8 is another sports movie, but it's something that's really good. It's kind of a dramatish movie, but it's a good movie, and anything with Clint Eastwood is a good movie. And that's Trouble with the Curve with Amy Adams and Justin Timberlake. And even if you hate Justin Timberlake, even if he, yeah, yeah, uh, and hey, Triple D, thanks for coming in. We're on number 8 of my list, and even if you don't like Justin Timberlake, Trouble with the Curve is really good. He's really good in it. He really plays a good part in it as a former Major League Baseball pitcher, now scout for the Red Sox. Clint Eastwood is a scout for the Braves, and Amy Adams plays his daughter who loves baseball. She's a lawyer, but it's really good. It's kind of yeah, but it's really good. It's kind of sappy, kind of but but it's an okay movie. I like it. I mean, Clint Eastwood, I mean, one of his last movies, acting in a movie. He didn't direct it, but he did it. One of his last movies that he acted in, and I just you give it a chance if you haven't seen it. It's really good. I mean, some part, some funny parts. Yeah. Um, I like it. I mean, some of it. I like how they take down the big hitter that they draft because he can't hit the curve, and if you know like baseball. Number 7, we're gonna head on to number 7, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna put this on the list, but I did because it's probably one of my favorite comedies, and I love it. I mean, I watch it, and I actually the one part I kind of get teared up, but that's Big Daddy, another one with Adam Sandler. I think this one is probably one of his best movies. I think he's great with the kid, and when he talks about his dad in the courtroom, his dad shows up. I kind of get I get kind of get broken down because I miss my dad, and but yeah, it's all around funny. I mean, except for the part where the kid spits on the sidewalk. That's kind of gross, but Hey, it's a comedy, so what the hell, right? But and I just the way he teases it's just a great flick, and running around trying to get the kid to McDonald's and yells at the guy at McDonald's and get the kid a Happy Meal. No, I just Big Daddy Billy Madison are his two best films in my opinion. I have to agree with that. Happy Gilmore too. I do like Happy Gilmore, and but I think Big Daddy is right up. I think he's his best one. And the girl he falls in love with, I think she's hot. I think it's like Joey Lauren Adams. I think she's pretty hot, and the whole Hooters. I miss Hooters chicken wings, so I really do. Yeah, it's pretty tough to watch because I miss my dad, and it's. So we're on to number 6. This is a movie. Number 6. Number 6 is a horror movie, kind of a killer, kind of in the verse of Jaws, and that's Deep Blue Sea with Thomas Jane and Sam Jackson. I never really saw it in the theaters, but my nephew, when he was little, he got me into it because he liked these kind of movies. And Deep Blue Sea, I thought it was a pretty campy, guilty pleasure movie. I love the part when the shark comes up after Sam Jackson's big speech and eats him and takes him back in the water, and because they're smart sharks. I mean, oh yeah, El Chuque does steal the show. He really does, and he really does steal the show. El Chuque, he's not no slouch as an actor. I think he's a pretty good actor myself. If you watch him on TV shows, but I did not know they had 4 of them. I just know the first one. I think I've only seen the first one, so I might have to check those other movies out. They could be just as guilty pleasure as the first one, but I did like the first one. It's like one of those disaster movies where most of the people die, but a couple, 3, I think. Elgo Cool J, the girl, and Thomas Jane. It is. Yeah, I agree. It's a total guilty pleasure because I like watching it. I mean, it kind of reminds me of The Abyss. If anybody's seen The Abyss, it's another movie that I like, and I think it's a really good movie. Return to the Deeper Than Deep. Okay. Yeah, I might have to check out. I have to check out those other 3 movies. I don't. Maybe they're on Tubi or something. So now we're into the top 5, and number 5 is '94 baseball movie when they made it during the baseball strike, and I just think it's a funny premise, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine that I love to watch. And that's it's called Little Big League. It's about a little kid, about a great middle schooler who inherits the Minnesota Twins from his late grandfather. Hey, Bear 11, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. He inherits the Twins baseball club from his grandfather, who passes away, and he eventually fires the manager and manages the team himself. he's a baseball whiz, knows everything about baseball, and I just think it's a funny premise. There's baseball players in it. There's actors in it that you might know. I don't even know a lot of the actors in it, but I just think by the end of the movie, he realizes he misses his childhood and he wants to go back, and he's the owner and hires his friend, the pitching coach, to take a job. But yeah, I think it's a really good movie. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, and if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I can never find it. The only place I can find it on Prime Video, and I don't want to spend money to buy it. I mean, I like the movie, but I don't want to buy it for $6 on Prime Video. So, yeah, it's a really good movie, and Timothy Busfield's in it, and the guy from Beverly Hills Cop, John Ashton, who just passed away, he plays the pitching coach, and you have it on DVD. Oh, that's cool. Nice. That's cool. So number 4 is a disaster flick, kind of a big cast with Bruce Willis, and that's Armageddon with Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, and Liv Tyler. I hope you can see that picture. I think it's an underrated film and a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's one of those disaster flips that could be considered campy, but I think it's pretty decent. I mean, the only part I don't like is every time I watch Armageddon, I ask myself, why did the Russian have to live? Why couldn't the Russian stay on the rock to do the bomb and have Bruce Willis come back? I don't understand. I never understood why the Russian had to live. Somebody explain to me why the Russian had to live. Just to kill Bruce Willis? So Ben Affleck can be with Liv Tyler? I don't understand. Bruce Willis did not have to die. Why did the Russian have to live? Can someone explain that to me? That's the only thing I don't understand about the movie, because I love the movie. I love watching it, and I don't understand why. I still don't understand why they let the Russian live when he could very easily be the one that pushed the button. But Bruce Willis had to do it. I know it's probably just because, he promised his daughter he'd be there, and he'd come home, and he didn't. And yeah, Armageddon was better. I did not like Deep Impact. I did not like Deep Impact. I thought it was a poor excuse. Dramatic event, I guess. Don't want to use my eyes. 3-star. You singing the song? That's a good song. That is a good song by Aerosmith. But I don't. I still don't. I know it's a dramatic event, and he's the father of Liv Tyler, and he knows that Ben Affleck is there for her. So I don't know. It's just weird to me that the Russian had to die and the Russian had to live. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. But it was a good movie. I believe Bob Thornton was good in it. Steve Buscemi, oh yeah. Steve Buscemi probably the Gatling gun point, yeah. Yeah, he got yelled at for that too. I'll watch it again and get back to you. Okay, Triple C, thanks. But so let's get to number 3, and I think this is probably gonna. This is a movie that I think a lot of us probably like because we all collect the toys, and that's the G.I. Joe movie, the cartoon from '87 with Don Johnson and Burgess Meredith, and I love it. I mean, I'm a Cobra Law fan. That is a good act. He played a good part. I mean, the Russian, yeah. Yeah, I mean the G.I. Joe movie. I mean, I love it. Yojo, I love. I'm a big Cobra Law fan, so I'm glad we're getting them classified. And I think the Cobra Law figures so far. I don't. Well, I only have. I don't. I have someone on, and I have the 3 Cobra guards, Royal Guards. I don't have Nemesis and Mortal, so hopefully I'll have Nemesis and Mortal as soon as I get to Joe Fest. I can find them reasonable. Yeah, I like the movie. I mean, we got Big Loud 2 in classified, and I love that figure. So, the intro was the intro was awesome. I love so I love the intro is probably one of the best intros for G.I. Joe cartoon. So, um, but I will be looking for Nemesis Immortal or Nemesis Enforcer at Joe Fest. Hopefully, I can find them. I really want that figure, right? But I don't think we're going to get another one. But I mean, I love the cartoon. And pardon me. Crashing through the sky comes a fearful cry, Cobra. Uh, and I have to admit, I did cry a little when Duke got stabbed. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Nice. No, I won't overpay. Thanks, V-Star. Okay, thanks, V-Star. But Duke lived, yeah. Thanks, Optimus, for that. Yep. Duke lived because Optimus Prime died. My number two guilty pleasure is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love this movie, and a guilty pleasure for me is because I went to see it with my dad, and he liked it too, and I just liked. Oh, I don't know. Could be, yeah. Well, my number two is The Rock with Sean Connery, Nick Cage, and Ed Harris. This movie I think is great. I mean, I believe they did film it on Alcatraz, and it's one of my all time favorite movies, and it's a guilty pleasure for me because I can watch it anytime. I can watch it anytime. It's one of those movies I can rewatch, kind of like Die Hard. I can rewatch it anytime and still love it. And Connery has some of the greatest lines in the movie, like this one, "Welcome to the Rock." A better one, it's like, "Losers don't whine about doing their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen." I'll say it. Hopefully I don't get kicked off. Yeah, great. Yeah, The Rock. I mean, I love The Rock. An amazing cast. Yeah, I did. I think right around the same time, either before or after Face Off. I liked Face Off, but The Rock was a lot better. But thanks. I can do an okay Sean Connery, but not a great one. But Womack, you piece of shit. Do you know how this shit works? Be honest with you, Bobby, I never saw Highlander, so I don't know, but I hear he was pretty good. Um, People were saying that so yeah, I love The Rock is a great movie, and I I might have to watch the first one. Are those the movies that Christopher Lambert is in? Too, but I love The Rock, and I like how he Nick Cage tells the guy at the end, he just washed out to sea. The guy goes vaporized. Huh? Said vaporized. So so The Rock is so my number one. We're up number one already. And this is a movie that is a guilty pleasure for me because it reminds me of places I worked in the past. Did I? Yes, I think I showed the Rock one of the nights I did movie night on Friday nights. I think one of them was I think I did The Rock one night, but I think that's the only one. But they didn't like it. They didn't like it. But I think my number one movie is something that's just because it reminds me of places I worked in the past, and I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. But I think it's hysterical, and that's Employee of the Month with Jessica Simpson and Dane Cook. And it's not one of those great movies, but I just think I can rewatch it. I mean, it just reminds me. I used to work at BJ's, and that BJ's is a lot like the store in the movie. And I just, of course, Jessica Simpson is nice to look at. Oh, sorry, Star. That was a good movie. I did see that with Ryan Reynolds. That was funny. But Employee of the Month. If you haven't seen it, I mean, it's kind of corny, but for me, it's a guilty pleasure because I used to work at a BJ's, and I used to work at Walmart. I used to work at grocery stores, Wegmans, and Tops. Well, you don't know those stores because you're not in New York, but it's just funny. I mean, and there's yeah, that was one of the best parts of the movie when he gets the car up there, and it's the guy's crappy Honda, and and he gets it in the system and everything, and it's just and he has to sell it. Yeah, that was banging. And I like all I actually worked with a guy that at BJ's that looked and was built like the security guard, the black security guard. I can't think of the guy's name in the movie, but he actually looked and was built like the black security guard. We called him Tiny, but it just reminded me of him and the way he finds out that he's been not ringing up things up, and that's how he got so good. And I used to be a cashier there too, and so it's just kind of nostalgic for me, and I liked you owe me a Coke. Thanks, Triple C. But I like the part where him and his buddies have a clubhouse up on the rafters. That would have been cool for me when I worked there at BJ's. Playing was it poker with dented food and stuff. But it was So a lot of things you when I went to the beach, a lot of things you couldn't do if it was real. But and the part where he scans the bag of dog food and shoots it like from the cash register, yeah, you can't do that. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. But yeah, it's a movie. It's that's why it's a guilty pleasure. So you gotta make it laugh. So that's my list, everybody. Well, it did take an hour. Look at that. And I'm pretty good. And so that's my list. And thanks for stopping in, everybody. I'm gonna end it there because just before I go, I just want to do a shout out. Thanks, 80s Joe. It was fun making the list. I'll do other. As soon as I get on the list in my mind, I'll do them. I just never know when to put them on because I'm the kind of guy that doesn't like to interrupt other people's streams. So I never know what time to put it on. Number one was Employee of the Month with Jessica Simpson and Dane Cook. Thanks, man. So I'll get all the rankings done, and I just want to do a shout out to my friends at Podcast with the Pit tomorrow at 8:00 in the morning. It's always a good show at 8. No, number one was Employee of the Month, not Waiting. So I did watch Waiting. That was a funny movie with Ryan Reynolds. The second one, not so much, but the first one was good. But thanks for all coming. Happy Memorial Day. Thank you for all the vets out there. And please remember the vets that we lost. And because I always remember my dad on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. So he was a vet in the Korean War. So y'all have a good night. And, I'll see you in the chats this weekend. Thanks for coming. Stop in. And after Joe Fest, I'm gonna upgrade my StreamYard. So I have an intro now made by One and Toys for me, and I couldn't use it today, but as soon as I upgrade, I'll use a new intro. I'll use my intro. So thanks again, everybody.